Hello, my name is Louise, and today I'm filming my 73rd eyeshadow roulette. I was super excited about the shades last time, but I could not have imagined that I would have used all these shades as much as I have. Like, I have my cheat sheet there. One shade I've used 5 times, and my goal in these roulettes is to use every shade at least twice. So, anyway, let's just go through these shades. So the first one I randomized was from the At Forest Sight palette, the collaboration between Robbie Christie and Colourpop. And it was the shade Chanterelle, which is this really pretty yellowy orange shade. It's super nice. It's super smooth. I feel like it's almost a little darker, like on the skin, like on the eye at least, than it looks on the swatch, maybe just a tad. Anyway, it's beautiful. I used it 3 times in a halo as like an all over the lid shade. So nice. The second shade was from a favorite palette, the Sleeping Beauty palette by Besame Cosmetics, and it was the second shade in the palette called Grey Pink. That one. I dipped into the one next to it, I know, as like a blush thing, so yeah. I said last time, I wanted to use all these pinks and reds like in a blush, but I didn't, but one of them at least. Anyway, so the shade was Grey Pink, which is a really pretty dusky pink. Yeah. Super pretty. I used that one 3 times as well. Now the shade that I used the absolute most was from the Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 2 by ABH Norvina. And it was the second shade in the palette. This beautiful neon green. 5 times. 5 times. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful and it's super vibrant and just, oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love it so much. So that was fun. I used it on the lid. I used it like under the lid. I mean, yeah, you'll see. Then from the Urban Decay Kristen Leanne Kaleidoscope Dreams, we had the shade LCW. Oh, sorry, that one. Oh my gosh, beautiful, beautiful metallic. I used that one 3 times as well. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. The final shade came from the Creepy Cute Volume 2 by Shroud Cosmetics, and it's the first shade in the palette called Banana Milk. It's so pretty as well. I just, yeah, perfect. And Kaimi Inc., she commented, look at the little rainbow, and I was like, oh my gosh, it is a rainbow. And so my final look for this 2-week period was a look where I combined all these shades. And that was thanks to Kaimi saying rainbow. And I was like, wait a minute, I can put them all together. I didn't think of that before. So anyway, I used that one 3 times as well. So I used every shade 3 times except for the green one, which I used 5. Success. It was fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It was good. Good times were had. I really hope that the shadows I randomized this time will be just as fun to use. But before I can do my randomization, here are the looks from the past 2 weeks. So those were the looks for the past 2 weeks. Let's randomize new shades. And I will be continuing to use Ida Schooner Starway 4435 suggestion, which is to randomize between my singles and my palettes. And if I get a palette, I will choose the first shade in the palette that has not been in a roulette before. Now there are 4 palettes that I have used every shade in, so if I get one of those, I won't choose a shade from them. And then I have only 10 singles of my 54 that I have not had in a roulette before. So I actually counted through how many shades I have in palettes that have not been in an eyeshadow roulette. And there are 154 shades and palettes that I have not used before, but only 10 singles. I found that interesting. Anyway, so I will be pulling up a random number generator. And now, generate. Oh, fun. 53 is one of my final 10 singles. Okay. By the way, I have a different audio input now, so I am not sure how this sounds, but we will see when I edit. Maybe I'll never do this again with this sound input thing, but if you find it annoying, please do tell me and which one you prefer. Anyway, so 50, what did I say, 53? Yeah, 53 is, ooh, right, so 53 was a gift with purchase from the Swedish pharmacy. The brand is Idun, Minerals Idun. Idun is a Norse goddess. Oh my gosh, I completely blanked what kind of a goddess she was. Oh, there's a mosquito. I hope the mosquito isn't making noise near the microphone. That would be funny. Anyway, Idun, I think she had like an apple thing going. Anyway, Norse goddess. So it's the color Akleja, which is a flower. So it's that one, like a marbled. It's very pretty. I actually used this as a highlighter and it was very nice. So that'll be fun to use. Look at that. It's just a really pretty metallic-y, shifty thing. Look at that. I don't know if you can see how pretty it is. It's very pretty. Anyway, it's gorgeous. That'll be fun. Right, so let's randomize the second shade. 16 I have had before, so I'm randomizing again. 45 I've had before, so randomizing again. 90, okay, that's a palette and a relatively new one, right? Yes. Oh my god, a really new one. Oh my gosh, exciting. Oh, I've had this one quite a few times now, right? So, it's the Sonia Rykiel Quator Eyeshadow Collection 09. And in the roulettes, I have now had the first and the fourth shade. So the first and the fourth. Now it's time for the second shade, which is first one, two. So that one. Like a gray brown. That's pretty. That's pretty. Gray brown metallic. Maybe a taupe, actually. Oh, not that. Oh, I thought it was going to be a little darker. A little more pigmented. It feels a little... Maybe I'm being unfair. Yeah, you know. Very neutral shades. Are you seeing it as well? Okay. But, you know, part of me is also pleased because soon that'll mean that I will have used all the shades in yet another palette, you know? So, it's fine, but also, yeah, a little. Third shade. 3 I have had before, so randomizing again. 23 I have had before, randomizing again. 71, yet another palette, okay. Oh no, but it's a pretty palette, but a neutral palette. So, the Morphe 9A, always golden. Okay, so it's the shade called Brews. Okay, that one. The Sigh. Okay, I mean, the shades work very well together. Super coherent, but actually the color scheme of these three are very similar to the color scheme in the Donkey palette. Yeah. Hold up, actually. So, I want to show you. You see? The Donkey palette, color scheme so far. See what I mean? Okay, I mean, so let's randomize the fourth shade. 62. 62. Oh! Okay, this is yet another neutral palette, but this is the final shade that I have not used in this palette in an eyeshadow roulette. Also, it is a palette that I really like. It's the TooFaced Just Peachy Mattes palette. Beautiful colors, like a warm neutral, smells divine. And the final shade that I have not used in eyeshadow roulette is Peach Sangria, which is this, that reddy burgundy something. It's not burgundy, but it's like a red. It's a red. Oh, but it's pretty. Look at that. Look at that. It looks a little bit more rusty in the viewfinder than what it is for real. It's not exactly that rusty. It's a little cooler red. Still a very cohesive color palette. 3 pretty neutral palettes and 1 single. But anyway, another palette that I've used all these shades in, so that's satisfying. It's fine. So let's randomize the 5th and final shade. 37 I've had before, so randomizing again. 61. I don't think... Okay, I haven't looked at the color yet, but the palette in general is gorgeous. And not very neutral. So the palette is the Urban Decay Electric. We can just look at it first. Let's just look at it. Just look at this. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. So the final shade, or no, it's, I have 2 shades left to use in this palette before I've used them all. So, Jilted. Jilted. Yes, it's very pretty. It's very pretty. Oh, sorry, I was like so excited to swatch it, but I'll show you first. It's that like purpley pink. Oh my god, that is freaking amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Oh. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness. I mean, still very neutral feel. I mean, these 4 shades lend a very neutral, like, atmosphere. I'm not sure how, is that like the phrase I wanted to use, but you know what I mean? But this one just, it like fits very well with the other 4, but it also kind of lifts it, at least in my perception of, you know, the color scheme. So that was our, oh my god, thank goodness for that. Thank you, Urban Decay. Thank you. Okie dokie. So, a cohesive color palette. Absolutely. But, look at that. Gorgeous. Also cohesive. This one, gorgeous, cohesive, but not as fun for me. But yeah, so these are the 5 shades that I'll be using these coming 2 weeks. Yeah, 4 palettes. 4 palettes. 2 very neutral, 1 pretty neutral, and then 1 super fun, so that's okay. And then this single is actually, again, very pretty and can also be used as a highlight, so that's fine, but whatever. We're not going to complain anymore. I got 1 amazing color, and that'll be super fun. So let's go through the shades for the coming 2 weeks. First, from Idun Minerals, we have the shade Akleja. Then from Sonia Rykiel, Quator Eyeshadow 09, the second shade in the palette. From the Morphe 9A Always Golden palette, the shade Brews, as in B-R-E-W-S. And then from the TooFaced Just Peachy Mattes palette, the shade Peach Sangria. And finally, from the Urban Decay Electric, the shade Jilted. So yeah. Last 2 weeks, coming 2 weeks. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Goal to use every shade twice. I can do it. So, I'm free tomorrow, which is very nice, but we have to fix, I don't know what it's called in English. You know when you get like a bing? It doesn't sound like bing. You usually get a shock. When like a little stone hits your, not rear, What's it called? Like the front glass of your car. What's it called? Windshield. Windshield. Wow. Okay. You know when a small stone hits your windshield and you get like a little circular. Whoa, I cannot speak today, as usual. And that's just because I speak too fast and like I cannot be bothered to articulate. So it's yes. Anyway, so we have a ding on our windshield wiper. No, on our windshield. So I have to drive like an hour to somewhere where they can fix it because the local place didn't have any like free or available times. So solo road trip tomorrow, but that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that I still need to go to bed. It's soon 10 p.m. Perfect time to go to bed. Yes. Anyway, I have to center myself, calm down, get ready for sleep. Doot. So, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, and use your seatbelt. Every time you are in a moving vehicle where there is a seatbelt, use it. And I will see you in 2-ish weeks with a new eyeshadow roulette. Bye!